Believe it or not, I think me tearing my Achilles tendon might be one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly.
What up? You're stuck with me today. The missus is not feeling well. She hasn't been for the past couple of weeks. She can't catch a break. One little sickness after another. I've been playing nurse to her a little bit, so I apologize for the lack of vlogging throughout the course of the week like I intended to. Sometimes I just didn't have my phone with me. Sometimes I wasn't thinking about it. And if I'm being honest, sometimes I just didn't want to. I need to do better, but it hasn't quite worked out this past week the way we wanted to, so I'll be doing better. I did want to talk to you about making the best of a bad situation. Trust me, this torn Achilles is a bad situation. It's jacked us up financially. We have to pay for a higher type of insurance just to get somebody to see it. It set us back because I was looking for work, little bridge job in between what we're doing right now and what we hope to be doing with our little future businesses. It's completely messed that up. In as much as a lot of the jobs that I was looking for, I'd have been on my feet. It would have been physical work. I would have been moving around all day, and I just can't do it. I'm not supposed to be on my foot much at all right now. So it forced me into a situation that I did not want to be in. Prior to that, I'd learned some tech stuff. I'd been learning some tech stuff. It's a little hobby, so I know how to build websites. Not the best website builder in the world, but I'm a lot better than most people just starting out anyway. Didn't really have the confidence to kind of market myself as a website designer or anything like that. And so I just went on ahead and said, I'll just take a job someplace. My other option, especially here in Arizona, is to do call center work, being on the phone all day, taking endless calls right after another, right after another, right after another. I didn't like it at all. Faced with these two situations, I chose to go on ahead and pursue this website building marketing thing. And I got a client. I'm almost at the end of that little thing right now, and her site is almost done. But I never would have pursued that otherwise. I wouldn't have had the confidence to do it. Sometime being in a bad situation shows you things about yourself that you either didn't know was there or you wouldn't have known you could do. I hope I'm making sense with that. There's a little story that I hope maybe illustrates that a little bit better. Do you remember the video that we did about knowing the type of traveler you are? Well, the type of traveler I am and the one that Versha is are completely different. Number one, when I get someplace, I don't want to do anything for the first couple of days. And after that, I just kind of wing it. I don't really care. Just being there, meeting people, connecting, I'm good. Versha, on the other hand, she kind of wants to get going right away. And she usually has a little bit of an itinerary. She's a bit of a planner to be able to get here and then get there and then get there. And so sometime she kind of has to just go off on her own in order to be able to enjoy herself. Well, during our little 2-year travel and living out of our suitcase, we spent 3 months in Ecuador. It was our second trip to Ecuador. I made her do something that was a very bad situation for her. She was miserable. She could not plan for anything. This entire trip was going to be us winging it. So literally, if it was Monday and you asked us what we were going to be doing that Wednesday, less than 48 hours ahead, I don't know would be the answer. The interesting thing about that is at the end of the trip, maybe a month or two later, we were talking about future things, and the way that she was talking, it just didn't really sound like her. I couldn't really understand it. And she says, I have to admit, I never would have chosen to do the Ecuador trip the way that we did. But actually, when I look back, it was one of the best trips that we had during that 2 years. And what it did for her was it gave her confidence that she'd be able to kind of figure things out in a way that most people that travel have fear. There's a fear of the unknown, especially when you're in a place that you've never been before or in at least an area that you're not the most familiar with. But I think it applies more than just to travel. It applies to life. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, or even when you have good intentions or you're putting forth your best effort. Sometimes it's a situation where you just kind of have to throw your hands up or throw the towel in because there's nothing that you can do about it. Other times there's an opportunity for you to do something just different or just do it in a different way. And so if you're facing a situation right now where you want to do something, maybe you want to start your own biz, or maybe you want to travel and you're trying to save up money, but circumstances just don't seem like it's working out for you to be able to do that. It just might mean you have to go about it a different way. It just might mean that you have to do something that you're uncomfortable with. We're not special by any means. And really, a lot of the things that we were able to do because we just chose to take a different route. The route that we were trying to take just was not working. We took a different route and it opened us up to all types of things. This whole traveling and living out of our suitcases for 2 years was at best semi-accidental. It had been 9 years and our goal was to get back to Ecuador, and it didn't work out. And we took a different path after keep bumping our head against the same wall over and over and over year after year. And we ended up spending 2 years traveling. So I don't know. I might need to work on my motivational speaking. That really wasn't the intent. But I did want to share with you, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the best out of this situation and just whatever our other circumstances are in life right now. We just want to encourage you to do the same. Got any questions? Please feel free to drop them in the comments below, or if you know us personally, just send us a message and we'll do the best that we can to help. We want to share what we've done and what we've learned, but we also want to learn from you. So also, if you face some things and you found a way to be able to deal with them, share those things with us too, so that we can share them with other people. Anyway, off to planning how to make this vlog better. In addition to that, we're also working on the new and improved Travel Tip Tuesday. We stopped doing those videos just for a little bit, but we're working on some things to kind of make those more engaged. I didn't want to just be sitting in front of the camera in a chair talking to you like I'm doing right now. Sorry. I'm working on that. And hopefully Versh will be better and she'll be in the video to make it look better, because I know y'all don't want to just be looking at me, even though I am kind of, never mind. Okay, talk to you soon. I know I left out a lot of stuff. I know I forgot a lot of stuff, but this is kind of a last minute thing, and I apologize for getting the video up late. But please hit that little red subscribe button. It will encourage me to do better, knowing that there's more eyes looking at me. Anyway, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Turn and this is what I see coming up the aisle to me. How can you be sad? It's the cookie aisle.
Pimp status.